Hey, YouTube family, how you doing? This is Rhonda with Rhonda Loves Life. Thanks for joining me. All right, this is a triple header. The first video was on the Delusional Dome Dwellers, Biden and the Democratic Party. If you haven't seen it, check it out. The second video is on another Delusional Dome Dweller, Gayle King, her wife Oprah Winfrey paying for that Sports Illustrated cover, I think. So check that video out. And this third video and this video, we would call these two Delusional Dome Dwellers. But I think a title more appropriately would be an Arrested Development Duo. Because J-Lo and Ben Affleck pictured again. Ben Affleck's now showing his ring. Last week he was with his son covering his ring. J-Lo had visited Ben Affleck at his Beverly Hills office and they're in the car together. So these two, I'm like, okay, now they're together. So a couple of things. Ben Affleck, you were yelling at the paparazzi just a week ago because you didn't like them stalking you. Then you turn around and play peekaboo with the paparazzi. Here's my ring. Here's not my ring. Look at us in the car. It's a photo by Backgrid, which means that they called Backgrid and said, look at us. Take the pictures of us. We're here. We're together. So I think, and J-Lo, by the way, side note, J-Lo, on a vacation in Italy, leaves her kids and husband at home. She's trying to recoup her reputation. On the boat, taking pictures. She's middle-aged, taking pictures of her ass. Now, she looks great, but it is immature at that age. It lands differently, J-Lo. You are in menopause, close to the end of your menopause, girl. You over 55. You 55 years old. What are you doing? So anyways, these two are back together. So they're playing. Ben Affleck, one day he's angry with the press. Next day, he's angry at them stalking them. Next day, he's playing with the press. Call him Backgrid. Take a picture of us. He's showing his ring. J-Lo is with him. See? Oh, I'm with you. I'm with my husband. Girl, J-Lo. Ben Affleck is playing. J-Lo is playing. These two are so immature. They are so immature. Ben Affleck is he's gotten Arrested Development because he probably started drinking, at 16? Heavily. And then I think, this is my opinion. I don't know. I'm just alleging this is my opinion. If you start drinking at 16 and you've been using alcohol or drugs or gambling, whatever your addiction is, if he started at 16, that's probably where he matured at. Maybe a little bit older, but minimum 16. His behavior, now that I look at it, the fact that he's showing a ring, not showing a ring, that adds immaturity to me. That smells immaturity. Because when he was yelling at the paparazzi, please don't stalk me like that. Please don't take these pictures. And at night with his daughter driving, it's blinding. She could crash into a tree. That's a mature Ben. Then Ben walks down the street, covers his ring when he's out with his son. Then he sits with J-Lo. They call Backgrid. He's got a ring on. That smells immaturity to me. So I think that Ben Affleck goes back and forth. He does not know yet really what he wants to do. And he's, in my opinion, back off the wagon. So it's off to the races now. He's going to be indecisive and dysfunctional. We're going to see it play out. J-Lo, we know J-Lo, in my opinion, and it's just looking at her, J-Lo is a love addict. And you look at, and the producer, John Peters, was on TMZ. He called J-Lo a sex addict and a love addict. So J-Lo probably, that's her drug of choice, love and sex addiction. So J-Lo she probably lost her virginity at 12, 13. That's probably where she stopped developing maturity, growing. So these two, her and Ben, have not grown, really matured. They're both addicts, in my opinion. Now, they're taking pictures like they're all together. We're going to ignore everything that we've seen. This is another Delusional Dome Dwellers. They think they're playing with the paparazzi. Oh, we get to toy with them. We're together. We're not together. I want to say this to J-Lo. When are you going to get tired of being dumped by Ben Affleck? When are you going to get tired? Because he dumped you again 20 years ago. He dumped you three days before the wedding. Now he had the nerve to not even spend Father's Day with you. He spent it with Jay Gardner. I didn't see the kids nowhere around. I just saw Jennifer Garner. Next day he spent with his kids, but day of, I think he was with Jennifer Garner. So if anything, it looked bad and it was a PR disaster. Why do you keep taking this guy back? He loved to bomb you. After you, AARP was cheating on you, you went and jumped, and then he said he'll never go anywhere. So he's toying with you. He doesn't even know what the fuck he wants to do. He doesn't. Ben Affleck don't know what the hell what he wants to do. He goes back and forth, back and forth. As long as he's not in recovery, that's what happens. That is absolutely what happens. J-Lo, you need to be in recovery too. So these two look like two Arrested Development teenagers who happen to be middle-aged, who are really not in recovery. They're very active in their addiction. And it's playing out in front of our eyes. Now, I guess we're just going to have to go along for the ride. And at least I have content for my videos because I find it fascinating. Psychologically, yes. There is no way. People say, I hear some people say, why do you want, like Perez Hilton was saying, all these people that's hating J-Lo and Ben, I want it to work. Well, we don't want to see any marriage end, but come on now. Is this a real marriage? J-Lo, this is her fourth rodeo. And Ben Affleck, his second one, and he's going off and he's off the wagon. Really, stop. Stop using marriage as a something you can just dispose of. I don't like it. Excuse me. But don't get married. Why is that a choice? Why not just date? Why not just date? And just love each other like that. Look at Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. They've been together forever. They didn't marry. It's just and then living your life in the media like that. You want the media. Because look at Matt Damon, Ben Affleck's best friend. Matt Damon got a whole wife and like 3 or 4 daughters. They're like, his daughters are damn near grown. They're teenagers. And it's by choice. Matt Damon and his wife don't live their lives in front of the cameras. A lot of celebrities don't do that. They don't. Look at Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban. They don't live their life. They got kids, growing kids. They don't live their lives in front of the cameras. But when you got camera whores like J-Lo and Ben, you know you don't like it. So why do you keep force feeding yourself in this relationship? All you're going to do is get frustrated again, and you know you can't. You're fire. Your personality is fire, Ben Affleck. So what are you going to do is go off again, and then you're going to be having bitch ass face. What do you call it? Bitch faces and frowning. And then you're going to play it out all over and over again. The same stuff over and over again. It's crazy. But I'm all here for it because I think we can learn a lot from these celebrities. I'm telling you, a lot. Just watch what they do. We have a conversation about it. So actually, they're doing a public service. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think of these two, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. Do you think they have arrested development? Yeah, I think Ben Affleck might be mentally 16 to 18 years old. And I think J-Lo is probably 12 or 13 when she lost her virginity. That was the last time she was ever alone. Did none of the head work. And Ben Affleck been drinking, in my opinion, from what I can tell, drinking and whatever else he's doing. So both of these two are addicts just playing out their addiction for the world to see, in my opinion. Do I wish them well? Of course I do. But these are, delusional dome dwellers. They don't give a damn about what we think. They just want to play with the media, and they're kind of like spoiled kids. But this is real life shit because they both have kids. All right. Leave your comments in the chat, guys. I'm rambling now. Wish me luck. I got to go burn some fat. Oh, God, I've got a lot of fat to burn. I love you, and I will chat with you soon. Ciao. Mwah.